Imagine yourself leisurely walking through a tranquil park when an extraordinary sight catches your attention. An unsuspecting dog restrained and affixed to a park bench. How would you respond to such an unexpected discovery? In the case of a compassionate woman, her heart sank with anguish upon encountering a pitiful and desolate pit bull tightly tethered to the bench. Yet, prepare yourself for an even more astonishing twist in this narrative, one that left this woman seething with anger. Brace yourself for the unimaginable predicament that this unfortunate dog had found itself in. For little Polly the pit bull, life had been one series of disappointments after another. At only 3 years old, she found herself alone, afraid, and homeless. Living at a park in Santa Monica, California, Polly tried to make the best of things despite her circumstances. However, her life wasn't always so sad. According to accounts by those who interacted with Polly, it was believed she did have an owner at some point in her life. Unfortunately, after a trip to the park, Polly's owner simply left her there. Who could do that to such a sweet pooch? On a fateful day, a conscientious warden employed by Santa Monica County Animal Services embarked on a leisurely stroll through the park. To their dismay, they stumbled upon the distressing sight of a pitiable pit bull named Polly, tightly bound to a park bench. Overwhelmed by a sense of distress and loneliness, Polly's heart was filled with gratitude upon realizing that help had finally arrived. As the warden diligently untangled Polly from her confining perch, a shocking revelation awaited them. The true source of the dog's terror was about to be unveiled, leaving everyone in disbelief. Brace yourself for the astonishing truth that awaits. Upon careful examination, the compassionate animal services officer discerned something amiss with the precious Polly. She trembled with fear whenever someone attempted to touch her, and her delicate head remained perpetually bowed, as if she were concealing a secret. Then they realized the pooch was blind. Not only could she not see her owner when they abandoned her, but Polly had absolutely no idea where she was or what had happened to her. According to the warden, she was so frightened she couldn't even manage to get off the park bench. Who would do such a thing to such a sweet dog? Unfortunately, there's more to Polly's heartbreaking story. The warden took the terrified Polly to the local animal shelter where, after an examination, they realized she had given birth quite recently. It seemed her owner had simply used her for breeding, and once the puppies were born, abandoned her. A seriously disgusting act indeed. The pooch was devastated. You won't believe what happened after. However, Polly's story was far from over. Despite being rescued from the park, she now sat in the local pound. Thankfully, Jennifer Wales, the founder of Forevermore Pet Rescues, learned about Polly and her horrible predicament. Could Polly's luck be turning around? Jennifer Wales was no stranger to abandoned dogs. She founded her pet rescue to help homeless and abused dogs in the Los Angeles area for over 10 years. She knew what Polly was going through and reached out to the pound to see if she might be of service. The next photo is heartbreaking. In an interview with ABC News, Jennifer stated, "I immediately called the rescue and they told me they needed a rescue commitment. I've been rescuing dogs for 25 years and Polly reminded me so much of another dog that changed my life, who was also a blind pit bull. Will Polly's life change? Let's find out." Jennifer didn't hesitate and quickly retrieved Polly from the shelter. And let's just say, Polly was thrilled. Jennifer knew she would need to build up the bond of trust quickly with the distressed dog, so she treated her to a cheeseburger right away. This seemed to break the ice, and according to Jennifer, she slept soundly the first night in her new foster home. After a thorough vet examination, it was revealed that Polly had ringworm and a skin disorder. She also suffered from a congenital heart condition. Would Polly ever be able to catch a break? Thankfully, Polly's heart condition was quite common in pit bulls and could easily be remedied through surgery. Therefore, Jennifer's rescue reached out to their followers on Facebook with the hopes of raising enough money through donations to help poor Polly. Do you think she managed to raise enough money to save the pooch? You'll be surprised. The fundraising was a success and the rescue received more than $3,000. It looked like Polly was finally on her road to happiness after going through such horrible experiences. Until this happened. Meanwhile, Polly was discovering what it meant to enjoy life. Not only was Jennifer pampering the blind pit, but she was getting a whole new wardrobe of fun and fancy outfits. Here's a lovely pink tutu ensemble that Polly enjoyed showing off for her social media following. Work that runway, Miss Polly. And just when you'd think that everything will be oak, Polly's results came back. The results of Polly's further testing, unfortunately, revealed that her heart condition was untreatable. Jennifer and her other volunteers cried out at how unfair it was Polly had spent most of her life not cared for and popping out puppies. However, they vowed to make what time she had left her best days ever. The endearing canine continued to reside with her devoted adoptive mother, who lavished her with affection, care, and an abundance of delectable treats. A glance at her beaming countenance brings an instant smile to our faces. However, the subsequent image will leave you even more awe-inspired. It is safe to affirm that Polly had finally found true happiness, having endured a life marked by neglect and lack of love. Serendipity favored her discovery on that park bench, and though it tugs at our heartstrings, we must share the following poignant information. Regrettably, in April 2016, Polly's journey came to an end, a mere 6 months after finding solace in the rescue. The staff was devastated by the loss, but they took solace in the knowledge that they had provided Polly with a loving home during her final days. May sweet Polly rest in peace and embark on a joyous voyage across the Rainbow Bridge, where eternal bliss awaits.